Today we are going to discuss leukemia from both paper 1 and paper 2 point of view. In paper 1, pathogenesis and histopathology, and in paper 2, etiology, clinical feature, diagnosis and management is in the syllabus. So we'll discuss leukemia from both pathology and medicine point of view. What is leukemia? It is a malignant neoplasm of hematopoietic stem cells arising in bone marrow that floods circulating bloods or other organs. Then we can classify it as acute or chronic, and then it could be lymphoid or myeloid. So it could be acute lymphoid leukemia, acute myeloid leukemia, chronic lymphoid leukemia, and chronic myeloid leukemia. Now we'll discuss the etiology of leukemia. Now coming to the etiology of the leukemia, the factors responsible, it could be familial and genetic, ionizing radiation, drugs and toxins, retrovirus or immunological. These could be the factors behind the etiology of leukemia. In familial and genetic, it could be identical twins, Down syndrome, Klinefelter, ataxia, telangiectasia. Ionizing radiation, it could be atomic bombing, therapeutic irradiation, X-ray of the fetus in pregnancy. In drugs and toxins, it could be cytotoxic drugs like alkylating agents or topoisomerase inhibitors, exposure to benzene, or it could be chloramphenicol, phenylbutazone. In retrovirus, it could be human T cell lymphotropic virus type 1. In immunological, it could be immune deficiency state. So these is a broad etiology of all the leukemias. It could be familial or genetic, it could be ionizing radiation, it could be because of drugs or toxin, it could be because of retrovirus HTLV1, it could be because of immunological condition. So this is in broad. Now we will talk each of the leukemia one by one. Now starting with AML, acute myeloid leukemia. It can occur at any age, but the peak is at the age of 15 to 39 year of age. If we talk about the pathogenesis, there are some predisposing conditions. There are some genetic factors. There is congenital bone marrow failure syndrome or some drugs. In genetic factors, it could be Down syndrome, Klinefelter, Turner, Fanconi's anemia, Bloom syndrome, neurofibromatosis 1. Then in congenital bone marrow failure syndrome, it could be Costman syndrome or Diamond Blackfan syndrome. In the drugs, exposure to benzene, alkylating agents, epipodophylotoxin, or ionizing radiation. So these are the pathogenesis and predisposing factors behind AML. Now coming to the classification of AML, there is a FAB classification, that is French American British classification, where it is divided into M0 to M7. The M0 is the minimally differentiated AML, M1 is the AML without maturation, M2 is AML with maturation, M3 is acute promyelocytic leukemia, then M4 is acute myelomonocytic leukemia, M5 is acute monocytic leukemia, M6 is erythroleukemia, M7 is acute megakaryocytic leukemia. Now, if we discuss each one of them, in M0, it is minimally differentiated AML. So the blast myeloperoxidase enzyme is negative here. The blast myeloperoxidase enzyme is negative here. M1, which is AML without maturation, so it is very immature. Only 3% of the blasts are myeloperoxidase positive. Okay. M2, which is AML with maturation, is the most common type and it is associated with the translocation 821. Next, acute promyelocytic leukemia. It is the one where there is highest incidence of DIC. It is seen in younger patients and many OR rods are present per cell. There are many OR rods are present per cell, and there is a translocation which is seen here, that is 1517. Translocation 1517 is seen here. Acute myelomonocytic leukemia. Here monoblasts are present. Similarly, monoblast is also present in M5. And M4 have a translocation that is inversion 16, and because monoblasts are present, therefore it is positive for non-specific esterase. It is positive for non-specific esterase. M5 is seen in older people and it is also positive for non-specific esterase. If we talk about M6, M6 only 1% is seen de novo, only 1% is de novo, while 20% is therapy related AML. If we talk about M7, myelofibrosis is seen in most of the cases of M7 में myelofibrosis is seen. We discuss the features once again. So this is the FAB classification, FAB classification, and where we can see there are three important translocations. One is translocation, which is translocation 821, which is seen in M2 AML with maturation. Then translocation 1517, which is seen in acute promyelocytic leukemia. Then inversion 16, which is seen in acute myelomonocytic leukemia. Okay, and this is M0 to M7. Now we will discuss the WHO classification. Now coming to the WHO classification. As per WHO classification, there are four subtypes. One is AML with recurrent cytogenetics translocation, in which we have AML with translocation 821, AML with translocation 1517, AML with inversion 16, or AML with normal cytogenetics. This is AML with recurrent cytogenetic translocations. Then we could have AML with MDS like features. Then we have AML therapy related. Then we have AML not otherwise specified, NOS, not otherwise specified. So these are the two important classification of acute myeloid leukemia. Now talking about the clinical features of AML, there could be fever, bleeding, fatigue, anemia के वजह से, thrombocytopenia के वजह से, bone pains होगा, then hepatosplenomegaly, ठीक है. DIC is seen as AML M3, we have already discussed, because there is it is caused by tissue factors like procoagulant which are released from the eosinophilic granules. Okay, so that is causing DIC. Now there could be bleeding in GI bleeding, intrapulmonary bleeding, or intracranial bleeding. Okay, this is seen most commonly in M3, but it is also seen in M5. Then M4 and M5, it is where there are monocytes, so they get deposited everywhere, so they can cause gum hypertrophy, organomegaly, lymphadenopathy, tissue infiltration of the gingiva, infiltration of the meninges or skin. Okay, then in the skin, if the skin is involved, then it is known as leukemia cutis. Now, if the meninges are involved, it is meningeal leukemia, which is associated with fifth and eighth cranial nerve palsy. If there is meningeal involvement. Okay, which is most commonly seen in M4. Okay, then there could be granulocytic sarcoma. The granulocytic sarcoma, which is also known as scleroma, है ना? It is also known as scleroma because of green discoloration, which is caused by myeloperoxidase. Then in case of Down syndrome, the most common AML is M7. And AML M7, we have already discussed that it is associated with myelofibrosis. Okay, so these are the basic clinical features of AML. Now, what are the hematological findings in AML? There is low HB, low platelet. TLC can also be low. Then it is known as aleukemic or subleukemic leukemia. Then more than 20% blast cells in bone marrow. This is a very important criteria. All rods are present, and if there are bundles of all rods, they are known as fagots. Then 5 bodies are there. Lysozyme are increased in M4 and M5. Then in the case of bone marrow, this is bone marrow. Bone marrow is hypercellular. Blasts are more than 20%, and there is depletion of mature cells. Okay, so we have peripheral blood picture, and when we have bone marrow picture. Okay. Now, then hematological picture में hyperleukocytosis, blood blast counter more than 1 lakh per millimeter cube. Now we'll talk about cytochemistry. Okay. In cytochemistry, myeloperoxidase enzyme is positive, Sudan black B is positive, non-specific esterase is positive in M4 and M5, then PAS is positive in M6 and M7, but if it is dot and block positivity, it is the feature of ALL. If it is diffuse positivity, it is a feature of AML. We'll talk about ALL, PAS positivity, ALL in the ALL topic. So these are the cytochemistry. Now, if we talk about flow cytometry, in blasts, they have myeloid antigen present. So CD13 and CD33 positivity will be shown. In M6, there will be CD36 and glycophorin positivity. In M7 there is CD41 and 61 positivity. Okay, CD13, 33, then 36 glycophorin. In M6, M7 we have 41, 61 positivity. So this is about flow cytometry. Then we already have talked about the translocations. If we talk about translocations, in case of M2 we have translocation 821. In M3 there is a translocation of 15, 17. In M4 there is inversion of 16. Okay, so these are all the findings which you'll found in AML. Now we'll talk about the prognosis. Now talking about the prognosis, good prognostic features are the three translocations we have already discussed: translocation 821, 15, 17, and inversion 16. Age less than 40 years, and M2, M3, and M4. Then OR rods, then TLC less than 25,000. These are the features of good prognosis. A poor prognosis, complex karyotype, monosomy of 5 and 7, deletion of 5q, 3q का rearrangement, inversion of 3, TLC more than 1 lakh, M0, M6 and M7, and age less than 2 year or more than 55 year are features of poor prognosis. Now the treatment is allogenic bone marrow transplantation. In M3, where the translocation 15-17 is seen, which is acute promyelocytic leukemia, there are specific agents like all trans retinoic acid or arsenic trioxide which can be used. So this is all about AML. Thank you so much.